Well, somehow I ended up with a snowblower too. But what a good year. But sadly I didn't do it on video, but it started right up, moved, and the motor deck kicked on. Hello everyone. I'm kind of limited on time because I'm using my phone instead of a GoPro, so I'm going to go over this real quick. This is kind of like a will it run overview of this. Sorry, somebody was distracted me. So I picked this up, this snowblower, at a auction for 50 bucks. Maybe I can sell it for 75 or keep it for myself because it's not rotted out. You guys can't see a thing, but I kind of like the older stuff because most likely this gearbox down here is built a little bit better than modern. So let's go over it a little bit. This is exactly how I bought it. It says Canada on it. I didn't know that. It says Canada all over it actually. Different modes, transport, very light, wheels. Looks like there's a knob missing right there. I'm alright with that. It's free mode at the moment. Didn't have to pull any pins. You just don't push these down because that engages the wheels. Muffler's still pretty good. Definitely a custom muffler for this engine, so I'm gonna have to make sure I keep that all nice. The compression is a bit low, but you can feel it in there. You got the on, rapid, that's throttle, on and off. Oh, that's choke. Okay, choke. There's the key you can pull out. The primer bulb. Looks like it's got a newer spark plug. The twist. The little twisties down there work pretty good. Nothing's really rotted out on this, so I'm pretty happy. I think this may move. Yeah, that moves. Also, the bolts aren't all welded, rusted shut. Looks like it does have pin that can go through there to engage it, but it already engages, so that's kind of weird. It does have tubes in the tire. Work on that later. Just want to see if it runs. The tines look really good, and it's a 2-stage. Go ahead and I've already done this before I purchased it, but go ahead and check the oil this morning in case it all leaked out. It could do an oil change, but it's full, just a little bit above it, but that's all right. I did just move it a little bit. The gas, I did smell it. No gas in there, but it smells like varnish. That's all right. And then down here we got this cool little shutoff valve. Oh, it's over here. Cool little shutoff valve. I hope it works. I bought stuff before where the shutoff valve actually was totally corroded up from the gas sitting in there so long. Down here we got all the springs, original springs. Everything works. None of that's frozen up from the salt or nothing. Pretty good. There's the model number. Didn't think of getting that last night. And I can't find parts for this anywhere, so that'll be interesting. Let's go ahead and put some gas in it. See what it does. Went ahead and put in just a little bit of gas. We're actually coming out of winter, so I don't want to have any problems there with it having gas in it all summer. See if I can prime it. Should fill a little bit. Not really feeling anything. I'm gonna go ahead and adjust that valve in. See if that's what opens it. Tilt it back a little bit, make sure that fuel's getting to the spot. On a little bit of a hill. I don't think that's open. I think it was already open. Hopefully it's not all corroded up. Let's go ahead and try it. I don't think it's getting fuel. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and loosen the bolt right there on the bottom. Just see if there's any fuel in the float bowl at the bottom. It's nice it's got covers all over it. See if anything comes out. Oh, let's get down here. I don't have a tripod or nothing for this video. See if anything's coming out of this float bowl. I'm assuming there won't be anything. A long screw. Sorry, guys. Ooh, it's black. But it's fuel. It smells just like the fuel in the tank. I don't know if that's gonna run, but we'll use it to keep it lubed up. And we'll go ahead and try full starting it. That fuel didn't quite smell like it would fire. Guess we could drain it out, but I'm just gonna try it. It's also a really cold day. That feels good. I don't know how that flip bowl comes off, but you know what? That flip bowl actually comes off. That holds it on. So if it doesn't start, we'll just take that off. Flip bowl just falls right off. Let's go see. After I pause you. Okay, let's see how it goes. Sorry if you see my butt crack. I mean, I don't have a tripod enough. I'm putting it on the gas can. Let's see. A few more times. Yeah, let's go ahead and take that float bowl off. I'm running out of storage on my phone, so I gotta shut you guys off. I'm not awesome at carburetors, but I finally got it off. But normally I can drain fuel out of the bottom of that. This one don't do that, which is odd. So I popped this off and fuel was flowing like crazy, so I'm just gonna assume it was working right. But a lot of the old fuel did come out. I'm gonna go ahead and shove everything back in there and see if it starts. And there's no air cleaner. I guess you use it in the winter time, so you don't need an air filter. So I'm gonna probably shoot some stuff in there, get it running. Not awful news, but I got bad news. Pulled the plug. Looked for spark, and there's no spark, and that looks like a good plug. I think somebody tried to get it run by thinking they can just put a plug in there. I don't know if this is old enough. Most likely has some points that need cleaned up a little bit, but as you can see, it's all shielded up, and I only have 2 minutes and 30 seconds left before my phone is out of room. So I'm just gonna call it quits on part 1 on this, and I will pick it up on part 2. Not the worst of news, but not the best of news. Pulled the cover off, and the wires aren't looking so good going to the coil. The flywheel is pretty rusty, so I'm gonna emerald cloth that up a little bit. But something may go through there. I don't know if I'd use it for hardcore use, but it is good wire down there. So if I get it running, I may just run a new wire clear down. But that's definitely a problem there. Oh, look what we got here. I took this off. A little bit dirty. Found out the prime bulb, the line going to the primer on the front, it had a hole in it anyways from touching this or getting too hot in here. So I'm gonna have to check all the continuity of everything and see if everything works and clean that up a little bit. Cleaned up the flywheel spot a little bit. Didn't have points. I have torn apart one of these. It's a Honda generator, and it had points. I don't know if that was to run the generator part, but I'm gonna clean that up a little bit, put it back on, see if we have spark. Okay, stupid me. If that wire looked like that and it was grounding out on here, we lose our spark. But I went ahead and cleaned up everything. Gonna install it all, put some electrical tape on there just to make sure it runs, and then I'll put a new wire. Put a new wire on there later in the year. Make sure the points are good, because this does have points in there inside there. Got that all taped up. I'm gonna put it clear back together and see if she fires. She ain't resting on anything or the front cover. And I checked for continuity clear through all this, and it all works. So it should fire right up with some spark.